Welcome to the next part of my full bullet character matchup guide. Today's video will be Shoto Todoroki. I would like to start this video off by saying I'm going to change how the rating system works for the rest of this series. Instead of dividing the ranking between Alpha and Beta Max, I'm going to be assuming you are going for the optimal full bullet path, which in my experiences is Beta 4, Alpha 9, Beta 9, Gamma 9. That is what I have found to work best, and I believe it gives you the most versatility in all matchups. So I will be assuming that from this point forward. Alright, first off, Todoroki is another one of those beamer characters who you can easily trade alphas with. This tends to be a great way of dealing with him in the medium range engagements, since your alphas hit for 115 and his hit for about 70. This allows you to get huge positive trades just by simply trading alphas with him. But Todoroki isn't going to win this fight because of his alpha. Or, well, not necessarily. Todoroki's range will greatly outclass yours. Yeah. See, even if I go all the way back here, Todoroki, you see his alpha still reaches. Mine does not. Todoroki will greatly outrange full bullet. This makes the matchup sort of tough if the Todoroki has good aim on their alphas, as they can easily beam you down from a distance while you're trying to approach. However, that is not how you should be facing this matchup. Instead, you should be attempting to try and close the gap on Todoroki the best you can. And no Todoroki will be good enough to land every single alpha. But even if you find one that is really cracked,
I'll show you.
Your Gamma will block any potential alphas that they decide to go for. This can be used to provide cover while you think of a plan in order to get closer to him. And it can be used to just block him and heal up if you need to, as Todoroki's alpha cannot go through the Gamma. However, Todoroki's Gamma will. It will go straight through your wall. Fortunately, due to your own wall, he will not be able to punish you if he lands it with anything other than his other Gamma charge, which most Todorokis will not go for, since that leaves you very vulnerable. Todoroki, there are a couple things that you will want to watch out for when in this matchup, and the Gamma is one of them. Alpha range is another one of them, but the final one I do want to mention is Beta. This is huge. This hitbox is massive, and if you attempt to go in for a Beta while he's going for his own Beta, you will find him being able to easily punish you. It's kind of hard to time sometimes in training, but it will knock you out of your moves. Like that. And it will also do hefty damage. Now you can still kinda shoot through it depending on the angle. You can also break the ice relatively easily with your alpha. It takes a couple hits, but you can do it. But you can also use a Gamma in order to hit him on the other end. And I do believe you can do something similar with Beta. It all depends on where you use it. But yeah, you can Beta hop over his Beta as well, by the way. You can do that at all levels with all of your Beta charges. Now, another thing I would like to mention that will be kind of hard to showcase unless I switch to Todoroki myself. But Todoroki has an initial startup on his Gamma when he uses it for mobility. This can easily be abused. Not only will the ice path give away exactly where Todoroki's going, it's also very predictable in most scenarios, and you can easily hit Todoroki out of this initial part due to the little delay there. couple alphas, and he will be knocked to the ground with one less gamma charge, and you will be able to continue pursuing him. Overall, I would give this matchup about a 60-40 in full bullet's favor. The goal with this matchup should be to try and get close to him, as if you do, Todoroki's only real option, if you get close, is to go for a beta of his own, which tends to be one of the skills he levels last, and even if he does have a max beta, you could still trade positively from it, as I will showcase here. He goes for beta. You can then do an early wake up and hit him with things such as alpha, depending on where you got hit, or go for beta and gamma. Unfortunately, this positioning is not really great for doing that, but you can do it. You can punish Todoroki for going for this move as well. Like this. You can easily trade alpha with him. You can also do something very similar with beta, depending on how close you are. If you're close enough where his beta hits you and you're on the same side as him, you can easily come down with a beta for a positive trade. You can do something similar with gamma, however this one doesn't require you to be on the same side as him. You just gotta drift in and gamma. These techs are easier to do the lower Todoroki's beta is. Overall, you will want to avoid long-range engagements with him, and you will want to attempt to stick in the medium range with your character. If you find a Todoroki that is trying to snipe at you, then you really need to figure out how to close the distance or how to get inside in some way, since Todoroki cannot really fight you very well inside. It's also important not to fight Todoroki in alleyways, since his gamma is very good in that scenario, often being able to turn around and get a free freeze and get a shield break or more, depending on the levels. Todoroki, there are a lot of ways to deal with him. Alpha trading is very effective. Trading betas for betas is not something that Todoroki himself will want to do, but it is something that you can do. And gamma can be used to block any ranged attempts of a fight that he wants to go for. You can also use it to kind of do a peek shot thing.
I won't give up. I'll show you.
And this can be very tough for Todoroki to consistently trade with. It's also important to note that when using the mobility part of Full Bullet's gamma, Todoroki can hit you with alphas in that if he has good aim. It doesn't mean don't use gamma, but if you notice Todoroki attempting to punish you for that, try to make sure that you're healthy when you go for it, or you are prepared to cancel Todoroki's actions in some way. This can be done with alphas, betas, whatever. Just don't let him get free tags on you unless that is the last resort option. Todoroki, just stay above him. When you do something like this, the only thing Todoroki can do is alphas, and you will trade positively with him against that. Even if he manages 3 alphas due to your early wind-up of not being able to shoot, even if he gets 3 alphas because of that, you will still win that trade in an extended engagement, due to the power behind Full Bullet's alpha. Full Bullet can also fight him at a medium range, but Full Bullet wants to avoid very long-range engagements with him. I think that's about all to mention. I will say Todoroki likes to run speed cards, so don't think you're safe if you climb up the entirety of Mountain Zone, as Todoroki often does the same, unless he has a speed teammate. Todoroki is not a very difficult matchup. However, if you don't respect the matchup, he will catch you off guard, and he could easily win the matchup if he plays properly. I think that's all for Shoto Todoroki. Next video will be the Froppy matchup guide, which in my opinion is one of the more lopsided matchups.